Welcome back to the Talking Mug. Today we have April Pratt with us, powerhouse single mom and owner of April's Beauty Closet in Volant, PA. We're going to talk about the hustle behind the hair. Welcome, April. Thank you so much. I know you're a busy woman, so grab that favorite mug of yours and settle in. Let's talk. So, April, we mentioned that the hustle behind the hair. Give us a little glimpse of what your mornings are like about 7 a.m.
Well, if it's a school day, I am waking up early, getting my kids ready for school, breakfast. We do a family daily devotional
Okay.
and get their backpacks and everything together before the bus comes. And then after the bus gets them on, after I get them on the bus, they are off to school and I am getting ready for clients. Usually around
Okay.
9 to 9:30 I start.
Okay.
Um, opening up the salon. I turn everything on and pray for a good day.
There you go. That's what you have to do. So, how long is your day usually? So, it starts at 9. What time do you usually get out? And it probably depends on the day as well.
Depends on the day, but yeah, a lot of the time I work from 9 or 10 o'clock starting, and then ending around like 7, 8 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Try to stop around
Okay.
that time.
So, you started your business at a pretty young age. I mean, you're young now, but at a pretty young age. So, is that something you always knew you wanted to be, was
Yeah,
a
no.
beautician or?
I always like to do my hair and my makeup, and it was actually a teacher at school that noticed that, and
Okay.
she had recommended me going to Votech and getting my cosmetology license through Votech, and so I really wanted to be a singer.
Oh, okay. Imagine that on stage.
Or dancer.
Yeah.
And yeah, so then I went to Votech and I loved it. Well, at first I didn't because I hated being away from my home school and my friends at such a young age. That was hard, but I'm so glad that I followed through with it because
Yeah.
I ended up getting my license right out of high school. So I was like 18 years
Oh,
old.
wow.
Yeah. And I started working right off the bat. I was an assistant before then. So I had a little bit of experience in the salon already.
Yeah.
I think I started when I was 15 as an assistant. So yeah, then as soon as I got
Wow.
my license, I started taking clients, working behind the chair, and then I ended up buying my own salon. And at the age of 20, opening my own
Okay.
business.
Wow.
So
How scary was that though? I mean, being so young and just
yeah,
starting your own business.
yeah, that was a little scary at first.
Yeah.
But I think at that age, I was so like, whatever.
Yeah, you're like, I know I can do this, I can take on the world.
Right. I wasn't, yes, exactly. At 20, I'm thinking, oh, I could do everything and anything and not
Yeah.
thinking of all the other stuff that comes with life. Um, but yeah, I mean, I had to talk with my parents. They helped me out at first. But I, I ended up doing well and
Yeah.
building a clientele and yeah.
Yeah. So originally you started in Grove City, is that correct?
Correct.
And
Yep.
you're in Volant now.
Correct. Yep.
And so when you started in Grove City, how did you start getting clients? Did you bring them with you from a previous?
Yeah, so I had started doing hair behind the chair, and then I ended up opening my own business and just advertising.
Okay.
And whoever, you know,
Yeah.
found me, and yeah, and then from Grove City after moving there, I kind of brought my clients from my shop in Grove City out to Volant.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. I remember, and I know we hadn't discussed this prior to this episode, but I had brought in a friend that had cancer,
Mhm.
and you
Yeah.
did a wig for her or something for her. Is
Yeah,
that?
I do remember. I think we did talk about wigs. I
Yeah.
directed her because at that time I was still early in with my
Right.
business and career and everything. So I knew other people that she could talk to about that. I
Okay.
didn't have my own line or anything.
Okay. Okay.
Today I do have some hair, a hairline.
Hmm.
I don't necessarily do wigs, but I have hair extensions and hair pieces and things like that more so than I did.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you do very well at that because I'm actually one of our clients as well. So, but yes, you seem to do very well with those. And I'm reading my notes as always. So, in the age of Instagram and TikTok, where the trends change every week, how do you balance giving clients what trendy is with what actually their healthy hair is, like to keep them healthy?
Um, so there's got to be like a fine line there, balance, and having a little bit of common sense.
Yeah.
um, I try to do the best that I can on talking to people about what's best for them, but ultimately it's up to them. And if they want something, if there's something I don't feel comfortable doing, then I'm just going to be honest with them about it. My biggest thing in this with my business is my products are called Secret to Style because I feel the secret to style is within.
Oh,
And feeling beautiful within first and then showing that on the outside.
absolutely.
But you have to have that beauty within before anything looks good on the outside, no matter what trend or whatever you're thinking you want. I think it's important to just be confident in yourself first.
Right.
So yeah, with all the trends that are constantly changing, I just try to work with my clients on what I professionally think looks best for them, and then get their input on what they might want to change with that. And we kind of meet in the middle with,
Yeah.
whatever we decide.
Which I know myself personally, like I said, I am a client of April's as well. And I have sent you things before and you've been like, oh, I
Showing
mean,
us,
and
like,
and I appreciate
it's
that.
my
I
name
truly
on their
do.
hair. So
Yeah,
I don't want a bad name.
absolutely. And you know what? As much as somebody wants something,
Yeah.
if it's not going to work on their hair, they're not going to look right.
Right.
And you don't,
And then they're not gonna
yeah,
feel so good about themselves.
right,
And then ultimately it could come back to me and like, oh, she did this bad job.
right.
It's not
Yeah.
even necessarily a bad job. It's just it wasn't really a good idea.
So, with that being said, has there been a time where someone has kind of actually gotten upset with you for not doing that and um, maybe didn't even come into the shop and you just kind of said, you know what, I don't think I can do that. And I think you would get reviews and stuff. Have you gotten bad reviews because of something like that?
So not very many. But yes, I have recently actually. And I think it was misunderstood of how to handle that situation. I just want what's best for my clients. And when I
Absolutely.
say my clients, whether you step into my salon or you don't,
Hmm.
obviously if I do your hair, you're more of my client. But as a person in general, I want what's best for people that are getting their hair done. And if that means they have to go to someone else because I don't feel like we're going to be a good fit,
Right.
then that's what I'm going to guide them to do,
Right.
in a professional, respectful way. And yeah, everybody's a little bit different with their personalities and their style. And I have my clientele fits kind of me a little bit
Mhm.
more.
Yeah.
And I still accept, bring in everybody who wants to come and get their hair done. But I think there's a fine line there between who
Yeah.
who works with my shop and who doesn't,
Right.
I
Yeah.
guess, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's like with anything in life. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable or, maybe not be able to give that person what they're looking for,
Correct.
you want to be honest with them and just be like, unfortunately, I'm looking out for you.
Right.
It'd probably be good for you. Maybe another stylist would be a
Right.
better fit for you.
Right. And I mean, I've been in the business for over 20 years. And
Mhm.
I have experience, but if there's something I don't feel comfortable doing or I don't think I'm capable of doing, that's
Right.
part of my job is to be honest about it. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you have your own hair care line.
Yeah.
So is that something you've always wanted to do? How did that come about?
Yeah. So I guess I kind of got sick of just having to deal with everybody else's products.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to boost my business up a little bit, and I also just wanted to have it. make it a little bit easier for my clients as well, because there's so many brands out there that I would have clients saying, I use this and I use that. And I'm like, well, those are great products, but like you don't necessarily need every volumizing spray from every brand.
Right.
You know,
Sure.
and I thought to myself, I think every salon should have their own brand.
Yeah.
That's part of like their business.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of research and I reached out to people and got some information on how to go about it.
Hmm.
And I started Secret to Style, which is the name of my
Right here.
yeah.
You can see it.
And and it's a whole line. It's small, but honestly, sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
sometimes we get a little overwhelmed with a lot of products, and then it doesn't do good for our hair.
Right.
So
Yeah. So when you were developing it, what was one ingredient you knew you weren't gonna be?
really one ingredient. I just wanted everything to be a little bit more natural, but in all honesty, to go completely natural, it wouldn't last.
Yeah.
So, like a lot of products like that, you have to keep refrigerated and like
Okay.
you can only use a couple times and then you have to throw it out and then have to get more.
Yeah.
So for the expense to keep it cost efficient for my clients and be able to use them on a regular,
Right.
I there's a lot of different ingredients in each product. They're all very healthy. And yeah, whatever's good for the hair. And again, I also use other brands.
Hmm.
I have my brand, but I also still use other brands just because everybody's hair is different.
Right.
Everybody's skin is
Absolutely.
different. So
Yeah.
you kind of have to just everybody's individual.
Yeah.
So
Part of the hustle behind the hair.
yeah,
So you not only are a stylist, you also are is an entrepreneur with your hair care line.
right. And
So you're
hair
busy.
extensions and the hair
Yeah.
hair pieces and all.
You're the whole package here.
Oh, thanks.
So so you've navigated the transition from being a young business owner to a married one, and now you're a single mom running the show. How did your salon serve you as a safe haven or like a constant through those personal changes?
Um, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot, especially when you're talking to people every day. And
Yeah.
some days you wake up and I mean, this is with any job, you're not in a great mood or you've been through emotional stuff right before you start work. And then you have to be very personable in my job. So, or I like to be personable with my clients. I'm pretty open about my story and, I feel like that's something that has kind of balanced my life out a lot, sharing different moments with other people in
Sure.
my life
Yeah.
and then them opening up more to me about their life. So I feel like at some points it's really been therapy with everything that I've been going through. And then, everybody has a story. So,
Right.
and I have a lot of moms that come to me, and then we talk about,
Yeah.
our kids and all of that.
It truly is like you just come in here and you're like friends.
Right.
You become very good friends with each other,
Right. It's like a
and
family. That's what I say.
absolutely.
My salon, my clients, and you truly do become my friends. I don't have them now. I need to make some more. But my appointment cards used to say your next visit rather than your next appointment.
I like
Because
that.
I like my clients to feel like they're visiting me and we're having a relaxing conversation and just
Right.
a nice time for them to come and be
Yeah,
themselves and feel safe.
absolutely. So you've been through a lot. Your family's been through a lot. Like I said, you've gotten a divorce through all of this and are a powerhouse mom with your kids. I mean, I've seen it firsthand and stuff like that. So given your family's journey during resilience and recovery, how has your definition of self-care changed over the years? How do you take care of yourself and keep those mental boundaries from people bringing all their problems to you?
Prayer.
Okay.
Number one, first and foremost. That's very important to me, my faith, and
Hmm.
starting with God,
Yeah.
because I know the days that I don't start that way are not the best days.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, I mean, prayer and um, I've been in the business for over 20 years, so I feel like I've changed over, the seasons of my life. So that question now to me is different than it used to be,
Sure.
10 years ago or whatever. But yeah, I don't work out a lot, but I recently started working out. I feel like that has mentally, physically helped me prepare for everything that I'm going
Sure.
through in my
Yeah.
life and work, especially being on my feet all the time. My back is starting to hurt a little bit more. So physically doing some type of workout,
Okay.
like that. Music.
Oh,
Music is
yeah, you
very
do.
therapeutic.
Yes.
Like
Yes, you
that's
do love your music. I know that. Yeah.
dancing, whatever,
Yeah.
and having a good time.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I just have to say, and I was going to mention this earlier, is the title of this is The Hustle Behind the Hair. When I came in today, she's over there just like going to town on her hair, music's playing, but that's April. She's,
that's
what you see is what you get.
that's right.
So, yes.
Mhm.
What is one thing that you had to give up or put on the back burner to make sure that your business was a success in a single parent household? Was there anything that you had to kind of put on the back burner to keep the business going while you're taking care of the kids as well?
Um, yeah.
Probably a lot.
Yeah. And again, different chapters of my life have been different. Right now, having two young kids, I don't work as much as I used to.
Okay.
I had to cut my hours back a little bit. But yeah, I still have to make an income and pay my bills, take care of my children. So,
Absolutely.
but yeah, sorry. Wait.
No, that's okay. That's okay. It was just like, is there anything that like you said, your life has changed, seasons have changed. So has there been anything that you used to do that now you're like, I can't do it. I'm a single mom. I got
Oh,
this business. I
yeah.
can't do it anymore.
Yeah. So, I used to go and do, which I hate to say this because I still like to go out and travel and do hair and makeup and, um, for like wedding parties and
Okay.
that. I don't do that as often as I used to. And I would do princess parties and spring
Oh,
parties, stuff
sure.
like that. That's something that in the future, as my kids get a little bit older, I would like to start doing. Those were more weekend jobs.
Hmm.
And so now with the kids, I like to kind of free my weekends up a little bit when I can, but I still take on those jobs, but that's something that I've had to kind of, step
Right.
back a little bit from that.
Yeah.
Just for now, but also going out and like doing my own thing. Like
Right.
I've
Yeah.
got kids now and I have responsibilities, so I can't always just go have
Right.
fun and do whatever I want to
I
do.
hear ya. So every working mom deals with mom guilt. How do you handle the days when the salon needs you to stay late, but your kids need you at home? Because your business is in your home.
Right. Yeah,
So
and I'm fortunate for that. I mean, there's pros and cons to it.
sure.
Some nights I'll have clients that are not really kid people, not that they don't like kids, but they just want to come relax. They want it to be quiet.
Sure.
They're used to that kind of atmosphere in the
Hmm.
salon and expecting that from me. So those are usually the nights that my kids want my attention, and
Yeah.
I won't lock the door and they'll come out into the salon.
Yeah.
So those clients are a little bit different. I don't have too many of them, but I just try to calm the kids down and then I have them
Yeah.
patiently wait for me. I'll just tell them, hey, mommy will be done in a little bit here. But the clients that do embrace my children and my life and all of that, which is most of my
Hmm.
clients, the kids will come out into the salon and they just want to be around me and have my
Sure.
attention.
Yeah.
That's mainly, they just want to be in the same room.
Yeah.
And as long as my client's okay with that, sometimes they have kids and we'll have little play dates. I have
Oh,
kind
that's
of
nice.
yeah, playroom right off of the salon, so the kids can play a little bit. But yeah, so we just try to balance it as
Yeah.
best as you can. But
And speaking of motherhood, your mom lives with you.
yeah,
So she is also a powerhouse mom who helps you take care of the kids.
yeah,
And,
yes, thank you. I mean, she's been such a blessing. Drives me nuts most of the time.
yeah, well,
But
most parents do.
overall, right? Yeah. But overall, she's been a huge blessing. She helps me with the kids a lot. And yeah, she'll help me out in the salon if I need her to.
That's nice.
But yeah, mainly the kids are a huge, huge help.
Yeah.
Because daycare is not cheap, and
Right. Yeah.
I mean, luckily for me, I'm here, so
Yeah.
it makes it a lot nicer than
Yeah.
other situations.
How does she handle, has there been times where the kids are in there and they're like, "Oh, I wanna go out and see mommy. I wanna go out and see mommy."
Mm.
And I'm sure as the grandma, you're like, you wanna give them everything. I'm sure that's hard for her to be like,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, sometimes it can be a challenge.
yeah,
She does a good job at keeping them entertained. She'll sit and play games with them and like
okay,
draw pictures and just try to distract them as much as she can until
sure.
I'm done. Okay. So yeah.
Well, so with your mom and you both, for instance, a situation came up this week that you got a call from the school. And how does that come into play? Like if you're in the middle of someone's hair and you have to go to the school,
Tricky.
how do you handle that?
Um so like I said, I have a wonderful clientele who most are family oriented. So they
Okay.
understand these situations, things that come up. Um First, I usually try to get them shampooed and get them
Yeah.
done as quickly as I can and to the best of my ability at that time.
Yeah.
But usually I, like take a rain check, or,
Yeah.
they can come back the next day, and or, I get them finished up real quick and then I run down to the school if need be,
Yeah.
or take a phone call in the middle of taking a client
Right.
and
Yeah.
just take that time, and then I come back to work.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, and they see their dad and stuff, but he doesn't live close enough
right.
that you can just call him either. So it's
Yeah.
kind of difficult in
Yes.
that situation. So Um, let's see here. So your kids get a front row seat to a working mom and a supportive grandma every single day. What do you think is the biggest lesson they're learning about loyalty and family teamwork by seeing you two work together like that for them?
I think that they're learning a lot from that. I think that it's important. And also, I hope they're learning a lot from me
Hmm.
being, you know, owning a business, and their mom working hard to provide for them. And we've had this talk. I've talked with both of my kids about that. Like,
Hmm.
just because mommy can't be there for every single little thing, know that mommy is providing for you and taking care
Absolutely.
of all the important things and in life. And you like all kinds of different toys and you want them. Well, guess what? Money doesn't,
Yeah,
just come out of thin air. And so mommy
absolutely.
has to make a living to pay for your things. And so I am very open with my kids about that.
Yeah,
I think with my mom, I think it's just wonderful to have grandparents in kids' lives.
absolutely.
You
Yes.
can, I think that it's just important. It's something I remember growing up. I mean, I was young when my grandma died, but we were very close,
Hmm.
and I'm glad that I had that time with her because it was special.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. After the last client leaves and the kids are finally settled, what does the first 15 minutes of April time look like?
Mm. Well, it depends on the day.
Yeah.
Um, Sometimes if I have like a really heavy conversation, if I've just had a heavy conversation with a client about something, I need that 10-15 minutes to just cry or let out whatever emotions are happening
Sure.
before I go and walk in the house. But if it's been a great night and things are good, I'll sweep up the hair and close things up with some music and dancing
Yeah.
around, or,
Yeah.
whatever, depending on what we have going on after
Yeah.
work too. If we're going somewhere, I'll get ready for that here in the shop and I'll just have a good time doing it.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, I usually just shut everything off and usually again pray for whoever was just in my chair, whether it was a good conversation or a heavy one.
Sure.
And
And I'm sure you get many stories,
oh
and
man, yeah.
I'm sure that can be sometimes very heavy on you too. I mean,
Yeah, depends
um,
on what it is.
yeah,
I've learned to leave it in the salon. So
that's good.
and try the best to not bring it into my family. I mean, some situations it's hard if a client's got, cancer or something, or
Sure.
passing away, or,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Obviously, my family understands why I would be down a little bit, but the crazy gossip that I hear and all the
Yeah.
excitement and
And that's got to be hard
crazy.
to hear that stuff and be like, okay, I got to just keep it in
Right.
check. And,
Yes,
you know,
and I do always say whatever we talk about in here is between me and my client, and it goes
yes,
nowhere else.
yes,
I like to really try my best as a human being to like not gossip and have my salon be like that.
right,
Like I
right.
want it to just be comfortable and safe place for my
Yeah.
clients. And yeah, so yeah, it's I don't know, it's a fun place.
Yeah, it definitely is. It
Interesting
definitely
place.
is. And so you started this journey as a young stylist,
Mhm.
navigated marriage and divorce, and now you're a single mom CEO with your own hair care line. If you could walk back into that beauty closet on day one and sit that younger version of yourself in the chair, what would you whisper to her about the woman she's going to become? Full question there. Big
Right?
question.
So, yeah, sometimes I think I wouldn't say I would just be like, go girl, you do your thing. Like,
I
see how
like
it
that.
works out. Like,
Yeah.
because that's life. I mean, it's not going to go as planned. Um, Maybe that's what I would say. It's not going to go as planned. So don't put so much pressure, because there were times when I was younger that I did put so much pressure, but I feel like that was needed too to kind of push myself into the next
Sure.
stage and whatever else I needed for my business, especially. I guess maybe I would tell myself, don't have so much fun
Sure.
outside of it. Maybe
Life's too short.
it's the only thing that I would change. I
Yeah.
still was very responsible at a young age, so
Yeah.
I mean, I was young, and
Yeah.
even those fun times that I would take, I think that made me who I am today.
Yeah.
And so I would just say, do your thing.
Yeah. And not that this really is a big thing, but you are an only child. So most
Mhm.
only children, please forgive me, are it's all about me.
Mhm.
And here you are with a very successful business and just doing your thing, but yet in a very mature way.
You.
And so, but you've always been like that, right? I mean, you've pretty much
I
been,
mean, maybe.
I would say, yeah.
You know,
And he has the wild side in him at times. I think you're
I
doing very well.
well, as a young stylist, I had my old boss told me that I was an only child and I wasn't spoiled. I was well loved.
Oh, there
And
you
because
go. I
I
like
was so
that.
well loved, I wasn't like a cocky little brat, and
Yeah,
I cared, and I, like took things a little bit more serious, or, like paid
absolutely.
a little bit more attention to certain things rather than just brushing it off and being like, oh, it's all about me. So I think that's important,
Absolutely.
just like be humble and,
Hmm.
like grounded a little bit with each situation you go through,
Okay.
especially in a business where you're with talking to other people often,
Right.
because there's so many different types of personalities that you run into,
No kidding.
different kinds of people, and like politics and different things that you don't
Oh,
always
yeah.
necessarily agree with, but it's my business, and there's my client is my customer.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm not going to agree with everything, but I also have to find a way to kind of humble myself into understanding their point of view and getting my job done,
Sure.
So
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm sure that's got to be hard at times, but
sometimes, yeah, it can be
it's,
difficult. But then
yeah.
again, that goes back to your other question about like if they come in for that first
Hmm.
visit and it is super uncomfortable for both of us, and
Right.
they either don't call back or they do, and I'm just honest, like,
Yeah.
hey, I don't know if this is a good fit because
Yeah.
I'm really uncomfortable with our conversations,
Right.
or
Absolutely.
I just can't focus so much on your hair because of how the other
Yeah.
stuff is going.
Well, whenever you say being uncomfortable, and it just kind of came to me too, is, and I hope I'm not bringing up something I shouldn't, but like, do you get nervous being here sometimes by yourself or
Necessarily, no.
no?
Because I have lots of security here, so it's
Okay.
not like
Yeah.
something that whatever that part, it doesn't
Yeah,
bother
that's
me.
good.
But it's just people in general
Right.
dealing with the public, and like I said, not even so much that I'm scared. It's that people bring up some wild conversations,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
like,
sure.
I did not want to know that.
Yeah.
Or I'm glad that they feel comfortable enough to
Right.
you
You're like their
know,
therapist sometimes.
at the same time, not.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy that people feel comfortable talking to me. I think that's a gift that God gave me, so I try to embrace it.
Yeah. So we talked about your hair care line and you do extensions. Is there anything else that I missed that you provide services for? You talked about weddings and stuff. You don't go and do hair, or do you?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I can.
Oh, okay.
But when I was younger, I used to do that a lot more
Okay.
now, especially with kids and everything. Before I didn't have a lot of stuff going on
Sure.
weekends, and that was extra time. Um, but yeah, I would like to, like I said, as my kids get a little older, travel to clients,
Okay.
different venues for weddings,
Sure.
do their hair.
You do have people come in here to get hair done though and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
wedding parties that come here as well. And also like spa parties,
Okay. Yeah.
princess parties to where you get a bunch of little girls for a birthday party and
I like that. Yeah.
their fingernails and their pedicures, maybe their makeup or just little stuff. I do a lot of that, and I just kind of haven't. But like I said, I think that's maybe something I might be trying to get back into a
Sure.
bit more
Yeah.
as time goes by.
Um, is there anything that you would tell someone wanting to start their business that's young, that's in the same line as a stylist? Just
Yeah.
what would you tell? What kind of advice would you give them?
To just do it.
Just do it.
Like, I went to school, cosmetology school, thinking, okay, I'll get my cosmetology license and I'll have that.
Yeah.
And then whenever I graduate, I'll go to college to do whatever else. And then I'll always have like my license and make decent money on the side to pay for college and or to do whatever I
Yeah.
want. Like,
Absolutely.
it's a great full time
Hmm.
or part time.
Yeah.
And whether you want to have your own business or you want to work for someone else, I think it's just a fun way to be so creative and bold or simple. But just if you like people too, like
Right.
be able to interact with people and different personalities. There's just so much that goes with cosmetology.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, definitely to not give up and to just
Just
keep
do it.
pushing yourself. Just do it
Yeah.
because you know today it's a little bit more maybe than whenever I was oh, I don't know. Things are just different now, but
Yeah.
um, getting your license and stuff, like, you can get that. And especially with Votech, it's awesome. You
Hmm.
can take the course while you're in high school. And then,
Yeah.
like I did, graduate and get my license at the same time.
Oh,
So,
that's nice. Yeah.
yeah. So that's great to have that option. And especially if you can't afford college right off the bat, you can
Yeah.
work for a little while and make decent money. And like with me, you can start your own hairline. I mean, there's just so many different directions. I went back to school to get my educator's degree
Okay.
to be a cosmetology teacher, and I just didn't end up going in that direction. But that's another direction you can
Yeah.
go.
Oh, I didn't even realize that it was
But
such a, okay.
yeah, so there's so many different ways that you can flourish in this career, this community of cosmetology and hair and makeup
Yeah.
and beauty. So.
Another thing would be, because it's the hustle behind the hair and you being a single mom, is there any advice you would give to single parents that may be struggling? They wanted to pursue a career and just kind of gave up on it. Was there like,
Same,
yeah,
same kind of advice.
same
Just
thing.
do
Just
it.
just do
Just
it.
do it.
Yeah.
Life is too short.
Yeah.
And it's so hard. I get it. Because, like, I'm going to be 40 the end of this month, and I feel like life definitely goes by so fast
Sure.
that, like, you think you have all this time to do whatever, and then you blink, and it's like, wow, where did it go?
Yeah.
And it really it's old me saying that. But it's so true. So I feel like if there's something on your heart that you really feel passionate, which I think is important, you should feel passionate about it.
Absolutely.
And if you do, then you should pursue it. Even with a family, it's possible. It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
I mean, in the long run, it'll probably be worth it for you.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think you should
Just do it.
just do it.
We won't bring up, I was going to bring up the shoe line and I thought I better not because, you know, I don't have rights to it. So But, well, like one thing that my daughter, my daughter said in hers, she said, do it scared. And for some reason, that's always stuck with me. And it's such a powerful statement. Even if you're scared, do it scared.
Scared. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard because especially if you're scared. Like I said, when I was 20 and I started my business, I didn't think about being scared.
Yeah.
Like, for a moment I was like, oh, how am I going to do all this? But then I was like, who cares? I'll figure it out. I'm only 20.
Yeah.
And I can just do whatever. And if it doesn't work out, I'll start over.
There you go.
But even at 40, 50, 60, 70, whatever, I still feel like you should live life to that to some extent. Like, obviously you get more responsibilities as you and you have to think of other people rather than just yourself. But there are small ways to start things that you want to pursue too.
Yes.
You don't have to just jump into it. You can just start small and build up.
Build up to it.
Yeah.
Great advice. There you go. Wow, April, I'm telling you, she's impressing me today. So I usually end with what I call mug shots. But before we get there, is there anything that we may have missed that you want to kind of bring up or anything like that?
I think as with your last question about, being a working parent and, giving advice to parents who want to pursue something new or whatever, I hope that my kids see me hustling.
Yes.
Behind the chair or the hair.
Yeah.
The chair. But that's also setting a good example for them.
Right.
And so again, it's not just about me anymore. So they are my motivation every day. More so than me just being a 20-year-old and wanting to just have fun and create new hairstyles.
Right. Yeah.
And build my brand up. Like it's just about me. It's about my family. And the biggest thing for my kids, it's for me to show them what it's like to pursue your dream.
Right.
And to go on with whatever you feel passionate about. And if you can do it, like it takes time and effort. And it's hard, but you just have to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, very good. So we're going to end with, like I said, I like to end, I call them mug shots. So it's like, I'll give you some questions and short answers if you can. Not everybody can. And so are you ready for it?
I guess.
Okay. So here we go. Morning fuel. So coffee or a massive bottle of water?
Bottle of water.
Bottle of water.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'm saying short answers, but I've been here and she has this one bottle that's probably like this big. I don't know if she's just faking us or she's really drinking it.
Kind of. Depends on the day.
Okay, so barefoot or heels?
It depends on the day.
It depends on the day.
So I just need to be barefoot and grounded with earth.
Yeah, there you go.
My stilettos.
There you go. Upbeat pop or like a true crime podcast? What do you usually play? Or what do you like to listen to?
Everything.
You do?
So, yeah, like, again, it just depends, but I feel like upbeat is probably more my vibe.
I said true crime podcast. I should have said the Talking Mug podcast.
Yeah,
she listens to it every day. Absolutely. Blowouts or braids?
I like both, but I'm getting older. My hands cramp up. So I love me a good braid.
Yeah.
I like to, the blowouts are nice too. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you were 10, was a salon owner the plan or was it something else? Which we kind of went over that, but
I was supposed to be a singer.
You were supposed to be a singer. So this wasn't on my questions, but if you were a singer, would you have changed your name or given it a stage name?
I think I thought of that when I was younger, but I think April was
the one. Yep. There you go, people. One item from your hair care line you'd take to the desert island with you?
Definitely amethyst oil.
Okay.
It's a wonderful product. It only takes a small amount to use. It keeps your hair from being real frizzy.
Okay.
It helps reduce your dry time. It helps as a heat protector. It really is.
And it smells good, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Okay. So on a Saturday night, out on the town or Netflix and hair mask at home?
Hmm. Well, I like both. I love good night on the town for sure.
Yeah,
But there are times I'm just so tired by the end of the week that I'm putting a mask on and watching some Netflix.
there you
So,
go. I like that. So what's more satisfying, a dramatic color correction or a perfect first haircut from a toddler?
yeah, correction. I'll do the color correction
Yeah.
any day, unless I know the kid and
Yeah.
they like me. But
Yeah.
the first kid's haircut, and well, I guess if they have a little bit of hair, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But some kids, they're young and they have so much hair and so much energy, and honestly, no.
April April doesn't have the energy. No.
No.
So describe your hustle in one word.
Real.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Real. I like that.
Real.
So I know we kind of talked about this a little bit, but if you could sit down with anybody from past or present,
Mhm.
who would it be and what would you ask them?
Yeah, we talked about this, and I feel like,
Because I mentioned her dad, but
yeah,
you know,
honestly, I
and you
mean,
came up with a good answer for that one.
yeah, he is. I know he's in a good place and he's at rest. I feel like he kind of, I don't want to say he wanted to die at all. He
Oh, but
didn't, but he's at peace. And I guess if I could sit down and talk to him, I'd make sure he's okay. But I know he's okay.
oh yeah,
So I don't know. I mean, Jesus. I talk to Jesus every single day. But I feel like having him physically beside me
yeah,
would be really cool.
yeah,
And it to like really, I mean, I kind
sure,
of have an idea of how he would talk to me and
yeah,
like, duh, like,
yeah.
about things.
You'd
But
probably be like, "You have really nice hair,
yes,
Jesus." You know?
yes, exactly. So, I mean, that's really
Yeah, I know that's always a tough one, and I like to ask that on my things because it's really curious to see what
people
people
say.
bring up, because and like you said, like, it's just I know it's not really a short answered one, but I
Right.
always like to bring that up. So, well, April, thank you so much for being here and being on the Talking Mug and just being real and letting us know the story of what has gotten you where you are today. It's been a pleasure, and I enjoy coming and get my hair done here with you as well.
Good.
Um, do you take on new clients
Mhm.
or so? She is located in Volant, PA. It's April's Beauty Closet. So look her up and she takes new clients. She does, what do we say, extensions, all that kind of stuff. So be sure to give her a thumbs up or give her a call. So, thank you again for being here. And if you've liked this episode, please like it, comment, and share it. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps get stories out like this and just be able to, relate to the stories that we share here. So keep those mugs full and the conversations warm. Until next time.